Ready for an unforgettable journey along the stunning Amalfi Coast? This 5-day itinerary will take you through picturesque towns, incredible coastal views, and mouth-watering Italian cuisine. If you're all about adventure and want more guides like this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, and be sure to stick around till the end. We've got a hidden gem and an insider tip you won't want to miss. Let's dive into the magic of the Amalfi Coast. Best time to visit the Amalfi Coast. The ideal time to visit the Amalfi Coast is between May and October. May to June offers pleasant weather, fewer tourists, and blooming landscapes. July and August are the high season, ideal for sun seekers, though expect crowds and higher prices. For a quieter experience with warm weather, consider visiting in September or October when the crowd's thin but the sea remains warm enough for a swim. Naples Airport Tips. Your Amalfi Coast adventure begins at Naples International Airport, the closest major hub. From the airport, take a shuttle bus to Sorrento for about $20 which takes around 1.5 hours. Alternatively, hop on a Circumvesuviana train from Naples to Sorrento for about $5. From Sorrento, you can connect to the Amalfi Coast by bus or ferry. Where to stay on the Amalfi Coast? When visiting the Amalfi Coast, it's all about location. If you're after picture-perfect views and luxury, Positano is your go-to, with boutique hotels and villas starting from $300 per night. For a more laid-back vibe, Amalfi Town offers charming stays and traditional guest houses ranging from $150 to $250 per night. Budget travelers can find affordable options in nearby towns like Maiori, where accommodation starts at $100. How to get around the Amalfi Coast. The Amalfi Coast's rugged yet scenic landscape can be explored via several modes of transportation. For a budget-friendly experience, local buses are your best bet. The Cita buses connect the two main coastal towns, with tickets costing around $2 to $3 per ride. You can also purchase a 24-hour ticket for unlimited travel for about $12, ideal for those planning to hop between villages. Alternatively, renting a car will set you back around $50 to $80 per day, but be prepared for tight parking spots and winding roads. Ferries, another scenic option, connects key towns like Amalfi, Positano, and Sorrento with one-way tickets costing around $10. Amalfi Coast Itinerary. This itinerary is designed to fill 5 full days, not including your travel time, so you might want to plan for an extra day or two to cover your arrival and departure. While Sorrento and Capri aren't technically part of the Amalfi Coast, they're so close, and Sorrento makes a great base for exploring that I've included them in the trip too. Day 1. Sorrento. Morning. Start your day at Piazza Tasso, the heart of Sorrento. This lively square is always bustling with activity and is surrounded by beautiful buildings, cozy cafes, and inviting restaurants. Grab a cappuccino at one of the cafes for around $4 and soak in the vibrant energy of the town. Next, take a leisurely stroll along Corsa Italia, where you'll find charming shops and boutiques. Along the way, stop by the Cathedral of St. Philip and James, a stunning Catholic church that's worth a visit. If you're in the mood for some greenery, head to Parco di Villa Fiorentino, a peaceful park perfect for a relaxing walk. The park is free to enter and even has a small playground if you're traveling with kids. Lunch at Bagni Delfino. For lunch, head down to Marina Grande, a charming little fishing village nestled just below Sorrento's cliffs. This spot feels like a hidden treasure, and you'll find a handful of seafood restaurants with incredible views. I highly recommend dining at Bagni Delfino. It's located right on the pier, offering some of the best views of the marina and the coastline. When you're there, definitely try the grilled sea bass or the seafood risotto. Both are fresh and flavorful. Pair it with a glass of local white wine and you're in for a treat. Expect to spend around $30 to $40 per person, depending on what you order. Afternoon. After lunch, why not spend your afternoon unwinding on one of Sorrento's lovely beaches? You can relax on the sand or take a refreshing dip in the crystal clear sea. If you're up for a little exploration, I suggest stopping by the cloister in San Francesco. This stunning medieval cloister is surrounded by beautiful gardens, making it a peaceful retreat in the heart of Sorrento. Insider tip: after your visit to the cloister, treat yourself to a gelato from Gelateria Davide, just a short walk away. They offer a wide range of flavors, and a scoop costs around $3 an ideal way to cool off and savor a sweet moment in Sorrento. Evening: if you're on the hunt for the best sunset spots in Sorrento, you've got to check out Villa Comunale di Sorrento or Piazza della Vittoria. Both are completely free to visit and offer breathtaking views of the sun dipping below the horizon over the sea. Dinner at Ristorante o Positano La Favorita. For dinner near Villa Comunale di Sorrento, I recommend dining at Ristorante o Positano La Favorita. This iconic restaurant is just a short walk from the park and is known for its beautiful lemon garden setting, making it a lovely spot to enjoy an evening meal. When dining here, try their famous cannelloni alla sorrentina, a delicious baked pasta dish filled with ricotta cheese and topped with a rich tomato sauce. It's a local specialty and a must-try while you're in Sorrento. Pair it with a glass of local wine for an authentic Italian experience. For dessert, don't miss their limoncello cake, which perfectly captures the essence of Sorrento's famous lemons. You can expect to spend around $25 to $35 per person for a meal here, depending on what you order. Insider tip: make a reservation, especially if you're visiting during the high season. The lemon garden is a popular spot and it fills up quickly in the evening. Also, if you're a fan of limoncello, this is a perfect place to try some. Many local restaurants, including this one, offer complimentary limoncello after your meal. Day 2. Positano. Positano is, without a doubt, the crown jewel of the Amalfi Coast, and it's easy to see why. With its vibrant, colorful houses cascading down the cliffs, a stunning beach, and winding, charming streets, it's one of the most picture-perfect spots in all of Italy. How to get to Positano. To get to Positano from Sorrento, you can take either a bus or a ferry. The ferry is more comfortable with amazing views, but it's pricier at around $23 and leaves later in the morning. The bus is a cheaper option at $2 with the first bus departing at 6:30 a.m. Arrive at least 20 to 30 minutes early to ensure you get a spot, as buses fill up quickly, especially in peak season. There are 2 bus stops in Positano: Chiesa Nuova, higher up, and Sponda, near the beach. After a crowded bus experience, I booked a ferry back to Sorrento, which I highly recommend if you prefer a more relaxed return with scenic views. Insider tip: if you want to avoid transportation stress altogether, consider booking a full-day boat tour from Sorrento, which includes visits to both Positano and Amalfi. Morning. If you're taking the bus to Positano, I suggest getting off at the Sponda stop. From there, it's just a short walk to one of Positano's most iconic viewpoints on Cristoforo Colombo. You'll be treated to stunning views that are totally worth the bus ride. Breakfast at Angelo Cafe. There's a charming little spot near the viewpoint called Angelo Cafe, where you can sip on coffee and enjoy some delicious pastries while soaking in the stunning view. We had breakfast there, and I highly recommend trying their freshly baked croissants and a cappuccino, the perfect way to start your day in Positano. Expect to spend around $10 per person. Spiaggia Grande. From there, you can head straight down to the beach, but I recommend taking a stroll around the town first before the day heats up. Positano is built on a steep hillside, so be ready for plenty of stairs and uphill walking. We loved wandering through the winding streets, getting lost among the beautiful houses, vibrant flowers, and breathtaking views. It's also a great opportunity to do some shopping. There are a lot of charming souvenir shops, boutiques, and ceramic stores to explore. After you've had your fill of exploring, make your way down to Spiaggia Grande, Positano's main beach. You'll find plenty of sunbeds and umbrellas available for rent, usually around $20 to $30 for the day, or you can simply lay your towel on the free section of the beach and relax. Lunch at Chez Black. For lunch near Rada Beach Bistro, check out Chez Black right on the beach. Order the linguine alle vongole or spaghetti ai frutti di mare. Both are delicious and cost around $40 to $50 with a drink. Insider tip: save room for their famous tiramisu, 10 USD, and try to get an outdoor table for a stunning beach view. Afternoon: you have a few great options for the afternoon. You can relax at the beach, hop on a boat tour, or head back to Sorrento a bit earlier. If you decide to stay, catching the sunset from one of Positano's bars or restaurants is a must. Franco's Bar, located right in the heart of town and owned by the iconic Le Cyrenus Hotel, is the most popular spot. Here, you can sip on a classic Aperol Spritz for about 20 USD while enjoying the stunning views. If you're up for a bit more of an adventure, Villa Treviglie and Il San Pietro di Positano also have incredible bars with equally amazing views, but they're a bit further from the town center, so getting there without a car can be tricky. Insider tip: if you plan to visit Franco's Bar, arrive early to snag a good spot as it fills up quickly, especially during sunset. Day 3. Capri. On the third day of your Amalfi Coast adventure, I highly recommend taking a day trip to the gorgeous island of Capri. I know it's technically not part of the Amalfi Coast, but it's so close and easy to reach from Sorrento that it would be a shame to miss it. Plus, the entire island is absolutely breathtaking. How to get around Capri. There are regular ferries from Sorrento to Capri throughout the day, and the trip takes about 30 minutes. A round-trip ticket usually costs around 55 USD. I highly recommend booking your tickets on Ferry Scanner in advance, especially during high season, as they can sell out quickly. The first ferry leaves around 8:30 a.m. and returns around 5:45 p.m., so plan your day accordingly. If you'd rather not worry about transportation, you could also book a full-day boat tour from Sorrento to Capri. These tours typically include round-trip transport, a visit to the famous Blue Grotto, and plenty of free time to explore the island on your own. Insider tip: if you opt for a full-day boat tour, lunch is often included, but if not, grab a bite at a local trattoria in Capri. Expect to spend around 20 to 30 USD per meal. Morning. Once you arrive at the Marina Grande, the main port of Capri, you have a few great options to kick off your day on this beautiful island. One of the most popular activities is a boat tour around Capri, which includes a stop at the famous Blue Grotto. The great thing about these tours is that your ticket is valid all day, so you can join the next available tour whenever you arrive. The boat tour itself lasts about an hour, but be prepared for a wait. Getting into the Blue Grotto can take up to another hour. Entry to the Blue Grotto costs an additional 20 USD per person, and you'll only get about 5 minutes inside. To be honest, we decided to skip the Blue Grotto because it felt like too much hassle. Instead, we chose to explore the island on foot. We started our day by taking the funicular up to Capri town from Marina Grande. Once there, we picked up some delicious focaccia from La Focacceria Capri for breakfast. The focaccia costs around 6 USD, and enjoying it with the stunning views over the island was perfect to start the day. Next, we strolled over to Giardini di Augusto, a beautiful garden filled with vibrant flowers and offering breathtaking views of the famous Faraglioni rocks. The scenery was absolutely incredible. On the other side, you'll also see Via Krupp, a winding path that leads down to Marina Piccola. On our way back, we made a quick stop at Certosa di San Giacomo, an old monastery that's now a museum. From there, we walked to Via Camarel, Capri's most famous shopping district, where you'll find all the luxury brands. Insider tip: if you're into shopping, Via Camarel is the place to be, but even if you're not looking to splurge, it's still fun to window shop and soak in the glamorous atmosphere. Afternoon. While Marina Grande and the towns of Capri and Anacapri are well connected by buses, much of the island can only be explored on foot, so be ready for a good amount of walking. If you're up for it, there are some incredible spots to discover on the eastern side of the island. One of the must-see spots is the Natural Arc, a stunning natural archway with a view of the sea. It's just a 20-minute walk from Capri town, so it's definitely doable. If you're feeling adventurous, you can continue on to visit one of the island's historic villas, We chose Villa Lisis, which is about a 40-minute walk from the natural arc. I'll be honest, it was quite a hike, but the views from the villa itself were absolutely worth it. Just keep in mind you'll need to walk another 40 minutes back to Capri town afterward. If that sounds like a bit too much walking, you can always relax and spend a few hours at the beach instead. La Fontellina is a popular beach club right under the Faraglioni rocks, offering a stunning spot to unwind. Another highlight in Capri is the top of Monte Salero, the highest point on the island. To get there, take a bus from Capri town to Anacapri, and then hop on the chairlift that takes you to the summit. The views from the top are breathtaking, and the chairlift ride itself is a fun experience. Insider tip: the buses on Capri are small and fill up quickly, so you might need to wait for a few before you can get on, especially during busy times. They typically run every 15 to 20 minutes, so make sure to factor in some extra time if you're relying on the bus. Alternatively, you can take a private taxi, but keep in mind it'll cost you a bit more, around 20 to 30 USD for a short ride. Day 4. Amalfi and Atrani. Next up on your Amalfi Coast adventure are the charming towns of Amalfi and Atrani. Those two picturesque spots are right next to each other, making it easy to explore both in a single day. How to get to Amalfi. The Sita bus from Sorrento to Amalfi takes about an hour and a half, and it can take even longer during the high season, not to mention the crowds. That's why I'd recommend basing yourself in Amalfi for the rest of your trip and taking day trips from there. It'll save you a lot of time on transportation and allow you to explore the area more efficiently. If you have a rental car, the most convenient place to park is Parcheggio Luna Rossa. It's a bit pricey at around 5 to 7 USD per hour, but it's right next to Atrani and has a tunnel that leads you directly into Amalfi town. Morning. Amalfi town is quite small and perfect for exploring on foot in just a couple hours. One of the main highlights here is the Duomo di Amalfi, a stunning cathedral with beautiful architecture. The entrance fee is only 3 USD, and the interior is just as impressive as the exterior. Be sure to visit St. Andrew's Fountain, a charming fountain located in Amalfi's main square. The square is surrounded by adorable shops and cafes, making it a great spot to take a coffee break. And you absolutely can't leave without trying the famous lemon sorbet. Amalfi is known for its lemons, so you'll find everything from lemon-flavored gelato to limoncello. There are plenty of places around town selling lemon sorbet, but we got ours from Mago del Cielo and it was delicious. Just a heads up though, it melts quickly, especially if you're snapping photos first like I did, so be prepared for a bit of a sticky situation. Thankfully, the fountain nearby was perfect for a quick hand wash afterward. If you have some extra time, Amalfi also has a lovely beach where you can relax for a few hours, or if you're up for some adventure, you can rent kayaks and explore the coastline from a whole new perspective. Afternoon. Just a short walk from Amalfi town, you'll find the picturesque village of Atrani. It's much smaller and less touristy than its neighbor, but that's part of its charm. Atrani quickly became one of my favorite spots on the Amalfi Coast. There may not be a lot of attractions, but wandering through the colorful houses and narrow streets is a delight in itself. Atrani also boasts a lovely beach that's usually less crowded than Amalfi's, making it the perfect place to relax if you're looking for a quieter spot. Lunch at Le Arcate. For a great lunch, head to Le Arcate. This cozy restaurant is right next to the beach and offers amazing views along with delicious food at reasonable prices. You can enjoy a meal here for around 20 to 30 USD per person. Insider tip: try their spaghetti alla vongole, spaghetti with clams, for a true taste of the Amalfi Coast. And if you can, grab a table outside to soak in the beautiful beach views while you eat. Day 5. Ravello. It's the final day of your Amalfi Coast adventure, and we've saved one more gem for you to explore: Ravello. Perched high in the mountains, this charming town offers some of the most breathtaking views on the entire coast. How to get to Ravello. Ravello sits high on a hill, offering a unique experience compared to other coastal towns. It's connected to Amalfi by a direct bus, but if you're coming from anywhere else, you'll first need to take a bus or ferry to Amalfi and then catch the bus to Ravello. The bus runs about 30 minutes during the day and takes around 30 minutes to reach Ravello. Like other bus routes on the Amalfi Coast, it can get crowded, so it's best to go early in the morning. If you're driving, Ravello has a relatively large parking lot right next to the Duomo, which is convenient. However, during peak season, it can fill up quickly, so plan accordingly. Expect to pay around 5 to 7 USD per hour for parking. Morning. The main draw to Ravello is the breathtaking views from its two famous villas, Villa Cimbrone and Villa Ruffolo. Both villas offer unique perspectives of the coastline with stunning gardens and terraces perfect for soaking in the scenery. Villa Ruffolo is conveniently located right next to the town's main square, making it easy to visit. The villa boasts a beautiful garden filled with colorful flowers and a terrace that overlooks the sea. On a clear day, you can even see all the way to Salerno. To avoid the crowds and capture the best photos, it's best to visit in the morning or early afternoon. The sun sets behind the mountains in the evening, casting shadows that can make photography challenging. We initially went late in the afternoon, and the garden was already in the shadows, so we returned the next morning to see it in full glory. Villa Cimbrone is a bit further from the town center, but the short hike up is well worth it. The highlight here is the Terrace of Infinity, a panoramic terrace that offers one of the most stunning views on the Amalfi Coast. I couldn't get enough of the views and ended up taking way too many photos. Insider tip. Entrance to both villas is around 10 to 15 USD each, and they can get crowded, especially during peak season. If you're visiting Villa Cimbrone, consider packing some snacks or a light lunch, as the hike can work up an appetite. Afternoon. After exploring the villas, take some time to discover the rest of Ravello. You can visit the Duomo, enjoy the stunning views from Giardini Principessa di Piemonte, or simply wander the charming streets lined with cute shops and inviting restaurants. Speaking of restaurants, we absolutely love Osteria Ravello and Da Nonno Alfonso. Both offer delicious food and fantastic views. At Osteria Ravello, try the ravioli caprese for around 20 USD, and at Da Nonno Alfonso, don't miss the spaghetti alla Nerano for about 22 USD. Both spots can get busy, so it's a good idea to make a reservation if you're visiting during peak season. Thanks for joining us on this amazing journey through the Amalfi Coast. I hope this itinerary has inspired your next adventure. If you enjoyed this guide and want more travel inspiration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. And if you're looking for your next epic trip, don't forget to check out our Dolomites road trip itinerary for 5 days. It's packed with breathtaking landscapes and thrilling hikes. Click the link and start planning your next adventure. See you in the next video.